really on episode 339?
Yeah.
God, they're going slow, man. Yeah. We need to do more podcasts.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that? This is the Weekly InSalt, episode 339. My name's Wade. You should probably know that.
Hopefully.
But if you don't, now you do.
Yep. Hey, Wade.
And I'm here with Laura. That's who you just heard.
How you doing?
Welcome. I kind of feel like you haven't been here a lot recently.
Haven't.
Yeah.
Well, I was sick, and then eye surgery. I mean, it was
we
reasons,
get it. You don't want to do this anymore. We're also here with Curt.
I'll just
Curt.
go home then.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Yeah, see you, Laura.
Go get his coffee.
I got dressed.
You get demoted back to being the
PJs on my damn couch, man.
I know. She woke up at 9 and was still late at noon.
I was, yeah. Well, I was watching a movie about Linda Ronstadt. Come on.
Was it good?
It was not Linda Ronstadt. Sorry. Shit. Just drew a blank. I'll think of it in a second.
Okay. And Chaz, you're here.
I am here.
Curt, the maestro of sound.
Yep.
How's the sound looking over there?
It looks okay.
I know that you like the lights.
It looks okay, but does it sound okay?
Yeah, it's looking pretty fancy. Like, I don't know. Maybe you should be
Helen Reddy. That's who it was.
Who's that?
You don't know who Helen Reddy is?
No.
Women's movement. Women's right. I am woman. Hear me. Like, seriously.
I know who Rosa Parks is.
I know who Aretha Franklin is.
I know who Anne Frank is.
She's British, and she's like...
Oh, nobody cares.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
Oh
nobody cares
God.
about British women, right?
Seriously? No.
Is she black at least?
No, she's white, and she was a famous singer.
Oh, then nobody
She
cares.
played in Vegas for a long time.
Oh. Was it good, though?
It was good.
Yeah? Was it just about the whole... Her
it was about her life.
Rights and,
no,
her
it was
life?
more about her life, yeah.
That's cool. Was it on Netflix?
Yes, Netflix.
Okay.
And then I also watched Toxic City. If you haven't seen it, it was pretty interesting.
No, I haven't. I don't even have a clue what that's about either. Shows you how much TV I watch.
It's about the poisoned water and birth defects. And where was it? Dublin? I can't remember now.
Was it Flint?
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan?
No. Oh, now I have to look it up. See, I watched this. Hang on. Keep going. I'm going to... Well,
I think it's more fun if we just let you panic. All right. Well, I can move on to something that I got to get off my chest. Mm-hmm. I mean, you've got a Laura lecture coming up.
I do,
I'm going to rip all the cords out of underneath the table. But I'm getting so sick of expos, dude.
No kidding.
I'm not going to any more. Bullshit. The Off-Road Outdoor Expo is the most bullshit expo ever.
It really was.
The RV one, at least you get what you paid for. You know what I mean? You go and hundreds and hundreds of RVs from like the cheapest bullshit to shit that I'll never be able to afford in my life.
Exactly.
But no, you go to the Off-Road Expo and it's like, oh, maybe we'll see something cool. Just a bunch of side-by-sides and those goddamn LED whips that you have to have on your side-by-side at the sand dunes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you notice how many of those booths there were of just lights?
Yeah.
There's like I can't decide if people want to go off-road or they just want to light up like an entire valley.
I mean, you got to have good lights, but I mean, the lights that they're putting on there are just like purple and blue and pink and green. And
yeah. It's just like, look at me lights.
Exactly.
There's no function to it. It's just like my side-by-side is literally the same thing as Las Vegas. Check me out.
Yeah, I mean, my Jeep, I've got pillar lights. I got a light bar in my grill, or my bumper. But those serve a purpose.
Yeah. Especially when you're driving on the freeway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just really disappointed in it. That and the pickle guy was too busy to get pickles from. But Curt and I were talking. We still have our extra hot pickles from like last year.
Really? Still?
I just couldn't finish them. They're too hot,
But they are good.
There was quite a few people there too for what it was, I feel like that one's just take your kids to it and let them run around.
Exactly.
There was a lot of booths that had little games and candy and stuff for kids, though. I just don't get it, man. Like, there was nothing there that was like... I would think off-road, there's many ways to interpret that, right? Because there's the people that go off-road to Moab, like rock crawling.
Yeah.
There's people like us that are more... I'd consider us more casual off-roaders, We'll go drive monopole road and feel really out of our element.
Yeah.
But then we'll just go do things like the Tintic Railroad Tunnel.
Yeah.
That's like us. But there wasn't even like rock crawling stuff. There wasn't really like just casual off-roading stuff. It was all just like...
Just a bunch of expensive crap that nobody can afford to buy.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's buying it if it's there, though, don't you think?
Well, sure, but...
It's not us. Maybe maybe we should get in more debt. Maybe we need a weekly InSalt side by side.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if I can. I'm sure there's a way I can write off a 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
I'll get with my accountant, with my tax people, and see how I can do that.
All right, so I stand corrected. It's Toxic Town, not City. And It's in Corbin, British town, and it's about all the waste that they dumped.
Yeah.
And all the birth defects it caused.
Feeling a British thing going on with Laura.
I know.
Lately.
I was just thinking that too. Must be British Weekend on
I kind of
Netflix.
have that too, though. I mean, I watch those those two British guys that eat food on YouTube. I mean, I really narrowed it down for you guys, but I can't think of their name. I just watched them this morning.
Mr. Bean?
Jolly. The name of their channel is Jolly.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll tell you the one thing that I made sure I didn't buy at the Outdoor Expo.
what?
The COVID insurance.
The what?
Oh my God, I forgot about that, dude.
What insurance?
When you go to buy your ticket online to get into the expo, it tells you you can insure your purchase for $1.25 against, like, if you get COVID or you get in a car accident. We were buying our tickets online at the expo.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm about to walk in. I don't need to spend another $1.
And you know what's crazy about that is I just ignored it and tried to buy my ticket, and it sent me back saying I had to opt out of it.
Yeah.
Like I either had to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm just floored.
I think it's just one of those things where they used like a pay portal for something else and just were lazy, but I'm sure there's people that clicked yes on that. They're just like,
So
sweet.
it insures you for how much? For $1?
It's $1.25
For your $14 ticket.
For your $14 ticket.
So in case you get in an accident on the way there?
Yeah, in case you got COVID and you couldn't go, you get your $14 back. You don't get that $1.25
Yeah,
back.
I'll just consider that a donation.
I'd rather donate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. $14 isn't that much to lose, but I just thought that is a funny thing that they even had that option.
Yeah.
You know?
That was stupid.
Oh, come on. It was $1. It was $15.30 or something with the convenience fee.
Yeah, that's true. We can't forget how convenient that was, especially
what's so convenient for them? You
to buy the ticket online and.
Well, I mean, the same thing happens at concert tickets.
Can you buy it in cash?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, okay.
The line was just long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, the same thing happens with concert tickets. You know, you get a $12 service fee. Like, what is that for?
Help offset the charges they get for running a credit card.
Yeah, but those aren't that much.
No. The 3%. Yeah, they're skimming. I think that there was just a law passed not long ago that they can't do that anymore.
I don't think so.
Or at least they can charge you, but it has to be specifically spelled out, like itemized what the service fee includes. But I haven't bought concert tickets in a minute, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
we have tickets to go see the Rev next week.
we do.
Week.
Yeah,
This coming week.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
look at those. I was just gonna see if I can find them
I should look for my ticket.
because I wanted to see what where's it at again? Oh shit!
We're really prepared.
Is it at the complex?
I think it might.
I don't
think it is. I think it's like the Depot.
Bravenel Hall?
Depot. Yeah. It's at the Maverick Center. Just kidding. He's not that good.
USANA?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Reb.
He actually is that good. I just don't think he likes playing at places that big.
House of Blues?
Just keep naming venues.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to go probably way back. Oh, yeah. This is another fun thing, too. It's like, I was telling Curt about this, is I get emails all the time about the podcast with just random shit.
Oh, yeah?
Like, let me read some of them. There's one here that says, "Hey, Wade, I'm getting in touch because we support podcasts like the Weekly InSalt with audio enhancement." I mean, they're directly coming after Curt in this email.
Yeah.
For sure. "Our team has expertise in audio and video editing using AI to optimize audio quality. We've worked with over 150 podcasts and can assist yours too. Is outsourcing post-production a priority for you currently?"
Post-production? What's that?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know.
Revs at the
It's
Metro.
at the
The
Metro.
Metro, that's what it is.
We all found it. And it was a $9.68 service fee for that ticket.
And that's not bad as far as concerts go.
I want to know what that fee was for, because I did all the work. I paid for it.
Yeah.
I logged in.
Yeah.
I got an e-ticket. There really was nothing that they had to do.
Build the software, I guess.
Yeah.
It was through Eventbrite, wasn't it?
Yeah. Eventbrite's got to make their money.
24ticks.com.
Yeah, they're pretty notorious for being shitty.
All right, so 7 p.m. Thursday.
Is that shitty or shady?
Both.
Yeah, a little bit of both, I would say. I get these emails, too, for the podcast these are my favorite ones. There's a lot of, like, you know those motivational speakers or people that, like, try to tell you how to, like, oh, you can make, $4,000 a month if you just follow my plan. I get emails from their assistants all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Like, hey, we want you to talk to Davey Whitehouse on your podcast. He's a huge influencer across the business world. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast. He's been on, and then you look him up, and they never have, and they're like, email us back right now that we're really excited to be on the show. I'm like, oh my gosh. Maybe what we should do as an experiment is I should just get one of them on the show.
Yeah.
And we can just like...
Influencer.
Yeah.
That reminds me of another show I watched this weekend. Sorry, I'm all over the place with the movies. I watched the
Was it British?
docuseries about... I don't know. No, it was about Belle Gibson?
Belle Gibson?
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson?
Belle, B-E-L-L-E. She's the one that pretended to have cancer and...
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
We talked a little bit about her.
Yeah, scam artist.
Is that it? You're just telling us
Yeah,
what you watched?
I think influencers are stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry, influencers, but I think you're stupid.
Oh, wait. Just got another one. Checking in as we partnered with another podcast to use our services.
Yep.
They are noticing a major improvement in podcast production. If we can beat what you are presently spending, would it be helpful for a quick call? I'm going to write this guy back right now.
Are you going to pay me to do it?
No, I'm going to say I'm currently spending nothing. If you can beat that, you're...
And who is the other podcast? So we can talk to them and say, hey, what are they doing for you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't know if we want to get in a legal battle, but I'm down.
Well, if they're going to spout off that they're helping somebody, they should say who they're helping.
Yeah.
That's a reference.
I was going to say the name of the company, but I'm not going to, because why would I advertise for free?
True.
But I'm going to look it up really quick. Let's see what they're all about.
Yeah.
It's a name that is not... It makes me
Does it
laugh.
rhyme with something?
No, I'll show it to you. Look at the very last line.
I can't see.
Okay.
Oh, wait, here's my glasses.
It kind of makes sense, Like, I know this is bad.
For being bogus.
I'm going to look it up really quick, because I think it's funny.
It's like pure.
Okay, look, they're on X. I found it. It's
Oh, wow, that's really exclusive.
Well, that's the first thing that came up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do they have an actual... No, they don't. Not a website that comes up right... Oh, yeah, they do. Okay, here it is. Let's see what they can provide, man. I mean, I get these all the time, and they always seem like they're trying to help us out so much, dude.
And they're, squeaky clean. They're shiny. They're not touched. They're...
Right?
Can't think of any other words.
Pure.
Know, right? Yeah.
Pulled up their website, and the very first thing is just a giant dump of code. So they're really professionals at this. Not a good look. The links on this page are affiliate links, and we will receive a commission for any purchase you make.
Oh my!
The plot thickens. So what can it do? Oh, it's the thing called Cast Magic. It's an AI podcasting tool. Well, we're really digging in deep. What does it do, though? Highest quality AI based on your... Oh, it's just ChatGPT.
Isn't everything these days?
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. All the assets you need to turn audio into growth. I'd rather it turn into girth. But it's interesting, the things that... Let me see if I can find one of those other ones about a person that they want us to interview. A lot of them are have weird titles like podcast request. Oh yeah, podcast guest proposal. This lady says, "I'd like to recommend Jason Yarusi as one of the podcast guests. I think his profile is what you are looking for in a guest. He's keen to discuss with you the podcast about the Live 100, a program designed to build the future you desire and live a life full of purpose. Are we actually just living in Grand Theft Auto?
I think so.
Winning against yourself by using productive, actionable habits to grow your success track in business and life, dude. This guy seems like we need him.
Yeah.
How have we lived without him?
Is it YARUSI?
Yeah.
He's an investor.
Investing in himself.
Yeah.
She has sent me 6 follow-up emails.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I haven't responded to a single one. But I just don't get it. Like,
He's a motivational speaker. It looks like.
yeah.
I would say Tony Robbins.
Now watch. The thing is, this is what cracks me up too, is I know for a fact that this person who's emailing me and Jason has never listened to an episode we've ever created, right?
Exactly.
You know that they won't hear this episode and be like, we heard you talking about Jason on the show. And if you do, email me and we'll talk to you.
Yeah. This is your test.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably got a lot of money to spend on marketing, and the podcast is out there. It's public domain, and there are bots that just harvest active podcasts, right? Like they'll check feeds of all the podcasts, and if you've posted recently, then like, oh, you're active. Let's email you. And you have to have an email attached to the podcast, which happens to be my email. But they really try to talk you into some crazy shit. Like, you just have to be prepared to ignore everybody. I have gotten a few emails from a few listeners that have been cool, but it's just like, hey, is this your email? You know, yeah. Stop it. All right. Well, glad I got that off. That made me feel better.
Did it?
I've been like holding that in about
Good.
all these people emailing us and the goddamn expo. I'm not going to any more expos this year.
I wouldn't.
I'm just not going to do it.
You know why?
Why?
Because you get sick again. This is Laura's lecture, by the way.
Okay, yeah, hit us with
Okay.
it.
This is my rant.
Yeah, get sick of what?
I've been sick 4 times this winter.
You have. You've
been sick.
I've been sick twice.
You've been sick. All of us have been sick this winter.
Yeah. I usually get sick once a season, once a
4
winter
times.
season.
4
Yeah.
times.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. So here's my rant. If you're sick, fucking stay home. If your kids are sick, stay home.
People won't.
If
though.
you sneeze, cover your face.
Yeah.
If you cough, cover your face. Stay home. Wash your hands. Wash your hands often. I'm tired of getting sick from you people. That's it. That was Laura's lecture.
Everybody gives me hell for holding in my sneezes.
Yeah, but
That's not healthy.
Dude, we can't go down this road because
Just cover your face.
You would put your ass right in front of my face and fart, but you won't sneeze. I would rather
Absolutely.
I would rather smell your sneeze than smell your shit.
I don't want to smell anything.
Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Anyway.
But cover your damn faces, please.
Yeah, I think
and
a lot
wash
of
your hands.
people. I think a lot of people don't wash their hands.
We're all
I
going
mean,
to wind up in masks again. You watch.
Masks don't do anything.
No, but I'm just saying, like, cover your damn faces and wash your hands.
being a guy, I can attest that like there are a lot of men out there that don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom, and
That's
it kind of drives me
disgusting.
nuts. It drives me insane. I mean, there's been if I'm at home
I don't know if
and
I
I
would
go
say
take a quick
men.
pee, I'm not washing my hands all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you go to the restroom at the bar, wash your
I
hands,
wash-
and then touch the doorknob?
No.
Okay,
I always
Try
touch
hard.
it when I dry my hand off with the paper towel. I always touch the doorknob
Yep.
with the paper towel and
Yep,
then throw
yep.
it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
wouldn't say men, but more like the human race.
I think there's probably a ton of people that don't wash their hands, but what's the point? What's the point in not washing your hands?
Oh, okay.
Like, are you really saving that much time? You know, I don't get what goes through people's head. Like,
Saving the environment.
I'm just.
From what?
Wasting the
Paper
water.
towels?
But are you really? Because you're just polluting the enverment with your germs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But
Wash
also,
your
we were.
hands.
Although, have you seen the toilets
No.
that so like
Yes.
they have a sink like
Somebody
that's
make a
above
poop joke.
the
Oh, yeah, where it recycles.
above the bowl.
Mhm.
So then like you use that water to wash your hands, then it fills up the bowl, and then you use that to help
use
flush
the
the
gray
toilet.
water.
Let's just not over-engineer it. Just wash your fucking hands.
Wash your
fucking
damn hands.
I've had people over at my house, and I hear them or hear my toilet seat slam down. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in there? And
Yeah.
they're like, I use my foot to close the toilet. I'm like, why? I go, I don't want to touch your gross toilet.
You're gonna wash.
You're
You're
gonna wash
immediately
your
gonna wash your
hands.
hands.
Do you not wash your fucking hands after you've been touching your balls? I mean, come on.
I
Who
mean,
cares?
Arguably, I think that your balls are probably a cleaner place on your body
Well,
than your hand. You're not touching doorknobs with your balls.
It might be better to wash your hands before you touch
Okay,
them.
now I'm really sorry I brought this up, people. Sorry.
It's like, I know where my hands have been. I know that my junk downstairs is clean.
Yeah, but we don't know where your junk's been. That's the problem. Yeah, wash your damn hands.
Yeah, wash your damn hands. That's the lecture. Wash
But
them.
you know what? We like bringing up the whole, going back to what you were talking about, getting sick this year. I feel like there has been a little bit more going around than usual, but we've also put ourselves in situations that give us a severe disadvantage.
Like Vegas.
Think about, like, I remember we were talking about that down there. Like, every time we get back to the room, it's like, let's wash our hands because you're touching
money,
the money, the slot machine, the play button, whoever else is sat there.
That probably didn't wash their damn hands.
Yeah. And you know what's kind of funny thinking about that is how quickly the world got away from sanitizing everything after COVID. Like, it kind of stuck around for a minute. And
it did.
Walking around Vegas, they don't give a shit about that anymore. I mean, probably because they don't want to pay people to walk around sanitizing machines. But
they don't care. They're making money now.
Yeah, until COVID-20 hits. Then we're hopefully, never mind. It's going to get too dark if I go down that road. Just wash your hands.
Just wash your hands. Thank you.
And also,
my public service announcement
your
for the
mouth
day.
when you cough and you sneeze. I see people do that at restaurants all the time. They're just like coughing into the room. You know,
sneeze and cough into your elbow.
Yeah, cover your mouth hole.
Well, if you're at a restaurant, you have a napkin in front of you. Come on now.
Yeah, or at least turn away and cover the floor or something.
Yeah.
Any final comments on your Laura's lecture?
Yeah, just wash your damn hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Speaking of Vegas, we went down there to see Dale. Dale's was playing in the BCA Pool World Championships. I think he did good enough for what he wanted to do. I think he got not necessarily a bad, bad people to compete against, but he got people who were moving up very quickly that were matched up against him. So he didn't get as far as he would have liked, but that's because he played against people who are really good.
Yeah, it's all about experience.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you're going to get better.
And that's what he said.
That's true. I got some
video. You don't get better
video.
unless you play people that are better than you.
Yeah. Why would you just play and win all the time? It would get boring. Got some good video. I'm going to try and make a YouTube video for our channel of Dale's experience down there. That's way more work than it sounds like.
Get our first video up on YouTube.
Like, I have a crazy respect getting into this for like people who do YouTube all the time and release a video like 3 times a week, because you probably have no life. You probably film a bunch, and then when you're not filming, you're editing, and if you're not editing, you're replying to comments, and if you're not doing that, you're maybe get some sleep.
At that point, you've got, if you're doing that stuff like that, you've got to have a team doing it.
There's a YouTube channel called The Outdoor Boys. It's a guy that lives in Alaska. He was a lawyer, built up a law firm, basically runs itself, and so he does these outdoor videos. He does it all by himself. He doesn't release a video that's under an hour. So I'm like, I can't imagine the amount of footage to dig through, to edit. I think right now in total with Dale's, the video I'm shooting for Dale, I think the total footage I have isn't even that much. I think I have maybe 2 hours of footage, but I went through just our pre-interview that we did with Dale before we went down to Vegas. It took me like 2 hours to go through and mark everything.
Oh,
you know,
that's a long time.
Yeah, and I just did that to make it easier for when I do edit, but I just don't know, man.
Are you going to do a post interview?
Oh yeah. We got a pre, a during, and a post.
So you already got the post, so
not the post. No, they're not.
Oh, okay.
They're coming back today, but
yeah, I knew that. But I'm like, you got a post before he was even done?
No. I'll talk to him probably sometime next week, maybe, and then think about it. Just to make this video, which I don't really have a plan for it. It's more for me to learn the equipment and learn how to edit the video. But the amount of time invested in just filming a fun video to practice on has already been crazy. Like, we spent, an hour with Dale before, and technically we traveled to Vegas and spent all the time down there in Vegas and filmed a little bit, and then getting back and spending more time. And then I'm going to have to sit down and watch him play a pool game and get some B-roll with him and stuff, all to make like a trailer for a video that will never be made, basically, But it should be pretty cool. I'll post some things. I think Dale's going to try to do his own edit, and I think Curt might even dare make his own edit. right?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a stab.
Yeah, so I'd be willing to give it a stab.
I've got the raw footage, so if you want, I'll share it with you. And then I'm basically going to give. The idea is let me go film all this, and I'll get the raw footage. I'll dump it in a drive, and then if anybody wants to mess with it to learn, then use it. Not you guys listening. We don't want you touching our stuff. Just kidding.
Yet.
Yeah. That would be kind of interesting to film like a bunch of footage and then just throw it out there and see what people made.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would go horribly south, but it might be funny.
Might be some funny memes, probably.
Yeah, it might be funny. Yeah. I kind of enjoyed this, though, because it's weird. Curt, you might be able to speak to this from last year, too. It's just weird walking around with a camera.
It is.
You have to get used to it. When we went last year, we had that giant camera, and it attracted so much attention.
It did.
Everybody wants to know who you are, what you're filming for, or what you're doing. And then when you go to talk to people, like, you want to talk to us? They see that camera, and they go, no. Like, I don't want to be on that. You know, it's like, who are you? This seems way too much for me. With the new equipment that we have, just using phone and microphones, it's a little bit better, but people still get weirded out by holding a gimbal. Mm-hmm. It just seems too professional for people.
Yep.
Did you ever see if you got that jump shot for that guy?
Jump shot?
Yeah, I remember the guy that you were you were filming Dale, but he made that miraculous jump shot.
Oh, I didn't. I do have that shot on video, but he's like halfway in the way of it.
Bummer.
Yeah. I filmed like a static camera match, an entire match of Dale's, which ended up being the match that went like an hour. Mm-hmm. But I filmed it all just so that they could watch it back. And the guy was like, he made this really sweet jump shot. It was perfect setup for it. Mm-hmm. And he made it, and he came over. He's like, hey, man, did you get that on camera? I'm like, I think you were in the way, because I just set it on a tripod, and just let it go. But he was all stoked. He's like, man, can I get that video? I want to get the video from him. He tried to make another jump shot coming back the other way, which was perfect view of the camera, but I think the camera actually got to him because he totally flubbed that one. But it was interesting going down there to see how people compete at this thing, because this guy that we were talking about that made the jump shot, he was playing against Dale, and Dale spent so much time working on his headspace and his mentality going in there. He wasn't nervous, he knew what he was doing. He could handle his emotions really, really well. And the guy he was playing with, he actually went up to Dale at one point and held his hand out, and he was shaking because he was like, he just wanted to win so bad. He ended up winning. He did win, but it's just, you don't think about that. And this was one match we watched with all this emotion and strategy. And that was one of the 700 active tables currently doing the same thing, down there, which was cool.
So many tables, so many people.
The vibe is really unique down there. People are really have spent their entire year leading up to that moment, and you can kind of feel it when you're walking around. There's definitely a vibe. So if you're into pool, go down to the BCA World Championships in Vegas. It's something you should experience. It's pretty cool. You'll have to come with us when you're Chess.
Yeah, I will.
We got to put you to work.
So many steps. How many total steps did we do? Did you ever add them up?
I don't think we had, not a total, but we averaged probably about 15,000 a day, and anywhere between 3 and 5 miles of walking.
I would say that's going to be probably closer to 7.5.
A day?
Yeah, at 15.
Let's see.
They say an average mile is about 2,000 steps.
On the so we were down there the 21st through the 24th or 25th. The first day we got down there, we walked. Oh yeah, you're right. We walked 5.8 miles. The second day we walked 6.9. Third day we walked 7.3 miles, and then 7.4 the last day. And then of course when we were driving home, we still walked 4.6 miles.
It was a lot of steps.
Oh yeah,
too many.
I mean, arguably the healthy amount of steps.
Probably.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, my back
it's
hurt.
so big. Yeah, you are recovering with your back. It was definitely a lot of walking, but it was fun. What did you like about going down there?
Just hanging out, watching people play.
Yeah.
Getting to hang out with Drew, gambling.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with gambling,
I know you don't. Yeah.
5 days is too many, though.
You know what? And it didn't. Well, 2 of those days were travel.
They were.
Too,
and it was still too many.
And the 3 days was too much. Yeah, I was just talking to my mom before the podcast, and I was like, "That's too long in Vegas. I don't know how Dale spent 2 weeks down there.
No, because it's 2 weeks for the whole tournament. So
that's too much. in Vegas.
Way too much. But the buffet was good.
The buffet was good, and let's take a break, and then we'll talk about that.
All right.
Okay.
And we're back. Episode 339 of the Weekly InSalt. Laura mentioned the buffet right before we went to break, but I want to start somewhere else first.
Okay.
Curt created Beef Wellington number 8. And I was sick, so I couldn't go.
It was so good.
How was it? Tell me all about it.
It was good.
Also,
it was really good. It worked out really well.
Typical us cooking fashion. I told Curt, I was like, I'm so mad that you just sent me a picture of it in the pastry done. Although I did want to see that. You know the picture I want.
I know.
I've got it.
Oh, you do?
Send it there. I need it right now. Because I was telling Curt, and Kurt's like, I totally forgot. But I do. I mean, I've done that too. Like when we were doing cooking nights and stuff, it's just you after spending that much time, you just want to eat. You don't want to take a picture of it. But I can attest that I have had other Beef Wellingtons of Curt's, and the first thing I want to say, Curt, you should be proud of this because you have not failed a Beef Wellington.
I know, I can do it without.
Not even your first one. Your first one was perfect, dude.
This one was, I think, the best one. I think
I can do it from memory now.
How did the pastry come out on the bottom of the Wellington? Because I think that's one of the hardest things to do.
It's still pretty soggy. I can't get around that.
Oh, and I
think we can
pastry.
Though. I think that this sucks because the Beef Wellington already takes you so much time. I know it does. But sous vide the meat, dude, and then just cook the pastry on super high heat.
That's what I want to do next time is try and sous vide it first.
I'll help you with it if you want to do that because I know it's a lot of work. Not only that, it's a lot of money too, I'm sure. Okay, look at this picture.
Well,
and
I've had several of them, and this one I think was by far the best.
Oh, dude, you've got the cook down on this thing.
Yeah, let me see.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. It's all covered in gravy, though.
Yeah, that is. Ches did that. Just the picture of it all together, because you do the lattice. You have to do the lattice, I think. If you're going to do all that work, you might as well go a little bit extra to do that. Even though I think the lattice the most tedious part?
It's a pain in the ass. The tool I have, it makes the cuts, but it doesn't go all the way through.
So you have to pick each.
So you have to go with a knife and then go through all the cuts and open them up.
I was watching some videos. I think you might just have a dull one. I was watching some they and then just went.
I don't know.
That was such a good. I was just imagining because I wasn't watching you. Yeah, I was actually a listener during that, and I was like, "You literally told me nothing. Like I have no idea what you're talking
giggling.
about."
Yeah,
the listeners
you roll it
see
and then you spread it and it works, and
you go whoop.
Yeah, you guys know what you mean, right? You know, when you're cutting things, you just go whoop, whoop.
and doop, and you're done.
The old whoop, whoop. That's funny. You've got the cook down good. It's like it's all consistent. The bottom is a little bit like less pink, but it's against the pan. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna cook a little more, but it's perfect, dude. Mm-hmm. We could do a pop-up of your Beef Wellington. I bet you we could sell a lot of seats.
Yeah.
We just probably have to do a bunch of them.
I would like to say yes, but I think Beef Wellington's so obscure for a lot of people that.
What is nobody? Everybody knows Gordon Ramsay, and everybody's seen his.
I think a lot of people out there
his restaurant
wouldn't have an idea of what they're actually in for.
His pub.
Yeah,
I think that's sad.
I think that is sad. I think that a lot of people aren't necessarily like us, and I wouldn't consider us foodies. We like food, and we like good food. Mm-hmm.
I'd say we're kind of foodies.
I don't know.
We're not major foodies. We're low key foodies.
I mean,
minor league.
If I could quit my job and just eat food, I'd do it right now.
Yeah,
me too, and get paid for it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why we have jobs, right? I don't know, dude. I would almost be willing to get fat, fatter than I am already. But I think a lot of people, what is sad is a lot of people don't step outside their comfort zone with food, and so like a lot of people might see a Beef Wellington on the menu and not get it because they're like, well, I don't know. It's got the mushroom doxel. Like, I don't want a bunch of ground up mushrooms.
Well, and actually, I believe, honestly, I think a true Beef Wellington is supposed to have foie gras.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you're the one that's the most trained in the culinary arts.
Yeah.
Frog what?
Foie gras.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Fattened goose liver.
I'll just say, we went to
Yeah, that was leading into that.
We went to one of Gordon's pubs, right?
We went to Gordon Ramsay's Pub and Grill in Caesar's Palace.
I've been there too.
Let's just sum Vegas up in a nutshell.
Okay.
I got fish and chips that were $40. Were they good? Yes. Was it worth $40?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I got $40 lobster mac and cheese. Was it good? Yeah. Was it $40 good?
Yeah.
No.
I think,
Gordon, overpriced.
Well,
Sorry, bud.
Well, that's Vegas too, though.
Yeah. I mean, there is that line. Like, I say this about scotch all the time. You can get a good scotch for like $40, $50. But if you start getting into scotches that are like $150, $200 a bottle, there's a line where it's like, am I really getting my money's worth? And I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I drink like scotch that's $30 a shot, and it's like, I just go back to the old McAllister, dude.
It wasn't $40 good enough for me to say I'm going back to Vegas to go to that pub to have that again. No, wouldn't do it.
I was disappointed though, because I got my fish and chips, and you want the really flaky fish on the inside, but like halfway through the meal, the breading just became soggy, and the fish, it all fell apart.
Was it at least halibut? It
was halibut, yeah. Better be halibut for $40.
No shit.
So pissed off a cod came out.
Yeah.
Haddock.
Yeah. This is just imitation crab.
Yeah.
But the fries were, like, everything was really well executed. Like, the batter was good. It was crispy. They gave you malt vinegar with it, you know. There was mushy peas. Like, everything that you'd want from, like, a Gordon Ramsay experience. But it's just, like, you're skirting the line of, like, do I really want to pay $40 for that?
Was it served in newspaper?
No.
Well, and mine was actually a side.
Yours was just a side.
And it was $40.
Yeah. And then there was a tartar sauce that came with it that wasn't anything special. Is it better than any fish and chips I've had in the Salt Lake Valley? Yeah, probably. But I wouldn't pay $40.
Have you had
that food truck that does the chips? What's that one called? Fish and chips?
There's the Nelson's Fish and Chips on Highland Drive.
I don't know.
Or across the street from where the Cottonwood Mall used to be. That place is pretty good.
Nelson's Fish and Chips?
I still like that food truck that does the fish and chips.
What's it called? On the
Hook.
On the Hook? Yeah. That place does really good fish and chips. Also, arguably a little bit expensive, but
that's food truck.
Yeah.
How much was it? $40?
It's like $15.
Okay.
And then they
compared to 40. Come on.
Well, yeah, but I mean, for eating in a parking lot,
it'd be 40 if it was in Vegas, though.
Yeah, probably would. This is probably not the place you're talking about, Ches. I mean, there is fish and chips in this place, but I just looked up nelsonfishandchips.co.uk, not the place you're thinking. It looks good, though. Yeah, so that was pretty good.
It was,
but cool experience. Have you been to the Gordon Ramsay burger place, too, down there, Curt?
In Vegas?
Yeah. How's that? Was it expensive? I'm sure it all is expensive.
Oh, sorry, it's Summer Haze.
$25-$30 for burger and fries. I mean,
I'd pay that if it was really good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. I mean, it was more visually pleasing than it was tasty.
Summer Haze, halibut and chips.
As me and my brother went down there a few years back, and we just let's do some gambling and see if we can win enough money for dinner tonight.
And then you lost $200 and still went and paid for dinner.
No. We ended up winning like $400 or something, and then we're like, all right, well, let's go eat like kings, you know. And
yeah,
we went
to McDonald's.
We went and had lunch at the burger place, Gordon Ramsay burger place, which was it was all right. And then we walked around, and there was an Italian restaurant that wasn't too far away that we ate at. It was pretty good.
He has 6 restaurants in Vegas alone.
Dude, just where we were at in Caesar's Palace, like, you couldn't look anywhere without seeing his face. This place, Summer Haze Fish and Chips, does look pretty good.
Yeah, especially if you get the Piccadilly chips with it. Those are really good.
What are they?
Let's see if I got a picture of them on there.
How much are a 3-piece halibut and chips for $19.50? Not bad.
Oh, it looks yummy.
Dude, I'm starving. What we were getting at is that I think when you go to Vegas, you got to eat good. And one thing that my sister wanted to do is, And so much so that she got really passive aggressive on the way down. She was like, I want to go to the Wynn buffet. And I was like, I heard it's like a 2-hour wait. Like, I heard from the person who cuts my hair that it's like 2-hour wait if you don't have reservations. And she wrote back like, that's why we should have made him forever ago when I was talking to Laura.
She was pretty mad.
I'm like, oh no, she really wants to go do this. And luckily we looked it up. You looked it up.
I did,
you found out that we could get in at like noon or 1:30 on
Monday.
Yeah,
but that was after
Monday.
she says, I'm going by myself if nobody wants to go with me. I
Which I
immediately
get it.
pulled it up online.
Yeah, pulled it up. We got a reservation and it was $80 a person.
To put it into perspective, $80 versus $40 for a side dish at Gordon's.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Keep that in mind. And the one thing that Drew really wanted to do is they do a brunch buffet, and then they switch over to lunch or dinner. Basically,
there's a crossover time.
And if you hit it at the right time, you can get both brunch and lunch, yeah,
or dinner, yeah.
So 1:30 was after brunch was going to be over. We showed up at noon or just before. Like just before noon, I think.
Yeah, our reservations were at 1:15, and we got there at about 12:45.
Yeah,
and they seated us.
They were
right
like,
away.
"Do you just want to get seated now?" We're like, "Sure." So she got to do that, which was cool. So $80, and they had like I've got a picture. I should just show.
It's just amazing, and it was delicious. By the way, everything was good.
The one thing that everybody wanted is the endless, all-you-can-eat crab legs. King crab, a paleo crab. They had snow crab.
They had a crab boil.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
They had a lobster bar with lobster rolls, all sorts of stuff.
Maybe we can put this picture up with the episode on our Instagram if people want to go look. Oh, I also have a picture of the fish and chips from Gordon Ramsay's restaurant. Let me show you that.
Well, that looks good. I'd eat that. It kind of turned.
Oh, yeah, because I took it like weird. You know how it does that?
Yeah, that looks good.
You know how when you like kind of take your picture and your phone doesn't know whether it's vertical or it's portrait or landscape, so it flips the picture.
Yeah, that does look pretty good.
It was pretty good. But the crab legs, you got to see this. Where is it? Oh yeah, here's a picture of Dale next to the mountain of crab legs. There was just a dude sitting there with a like bucket. Just throwing more crab legs in there and then pouring cups of clarified butter.
Oh, I did take a picture of my $40 lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah, you did. Let me see that again. Oh. I'd eat it right now. I'd eat it. So there was
that's a little more than what I was picturing for a side dish. So
yeah, it was big.
Me up, but
yeah, I mean that was a good sized plate. So I was picturing just like a little.
And there are
monkey.
Very large pieces of lobster in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I take it back, Gordon.
I don't. $40. I mean, I guess you're in Vegas. It's fine. So it was $80 a person for this buffet, and then they had an option that's endless pour. You can get any alcoholic drink, as many as you want.
As many as you want.
For what was it? Extra $35, $30
like $33, I think.
I did not do that because I was like, I'm not gonna waste all my stomach on alcohol, dude. I'm here to eat. And I definitely I remember we got there and we sat at the table, and they force you on a 2-hour time limit. They tell you the time you start. Like you sit.
They write it on your ticket.
This is the time you're starting. Your time starts as soon as you get your drinks, and they'll hold you to it too. Because I think there's like some people that just hang out there all day.
I don't know how I could stayed longer than 2 hours. I was so full when we left there.
We all sat down, and it was so funny because we looked at each other, and I'm like, I think I made the decision I'm just going to eat until I'm sick. And Dale looks at me and he goes, yep. But I think it was worth it. You get your money's worth at a buffet.
Oh, it's definitely worth
eat.
it, yeah.
There was like a pho station, and I was like, I really want that, but I'm like, I'm not going to waste my stomach space on rice noodles, you know? I did get the truffle mac and cheese because I had to have that. That was good. And their dessert bar.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I visited that several times.
And while we're on the topic here, did you guys know that king crabs are technically not crabs?
What are they?
They're closely related. Because king crab actually have 10 legs, not 8.
They're just better crab.
Yeah.
What are they then?
So they're more related or more closely related to hermit crabs. So they're crab adjacent.
They're by crab curious.
Yes.
That's funny. What was your favorite thing at the buffet?
I would have to say the short ribs.
The short rib was really good.
It was really good. And it was served in a little bowl with mashed potatoes that were really yummy.
You know, and the thing about a buffet that I'm thinking about right now that's going through my mind is that there's no elegant way to eat at a buffet. Like, at some point, we were all just completely covered in crab. You know, like, we were just gorging ourselves. I actually ate so much crab that I was like, I'm not getting any more.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Why?
I don't like that.
You don't like crab?
No. Crab, lobster, no. Not happening.
Oh, there was so much other food though.
Yeah.
The carving,
sure,
the carving
station
station
to sit
alone.
there and listen, watch you guys jam that shit in your face.
Crab is delicious.
It
man.
smells.
It is.
And, oh god.
That's.
I couldn't handle it. I have to sit somewhere else.
You're not a big fan of seafood in general, though.
There's some that I like, but most of it I don't.
Say, dude, I'd go to O Crab right now, dude, and get a crab boil. Just tear into that.
Oh, that sounds good. Their crab boil is good.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll do after this. You never know. I'm a wild card now.
So yeah, crab leg. That's kind of my family's tradition for Christmas Eve dinner.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do that on Christmas. It's like a fancy thing, you know. It's like crab's not something that you get every day, especially in Utah.
Oh, and the steak and eggs. That was really good too.
Yeah,
it was covered like in a spinach sauce. It was delicious.
I didn't try it because I was like,
so
I don't know.
good.
Steak and eggs. I don't like. There's so many other things, and that was right when
it was like top notch steak and eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could sit down and eat the buffet
I'm trying
today.
to think of a better buffet that I went to a buffet in, I think it's like Caesar's Palace or something. I don't know. I don't remember where it was.
And it was better?
No.
Oh.
No, this was better. The Wynn was better. I was trying to compare it, but I was trying to think of where it was. One thing that I was going to suggest to you guys while we were down there, which we got to do, we should do this as a podcast just in general. We got to go to medieval times, dude. Go get the big ass turkey. Have you been to medieval times? Oh my gosh.
No. I have stayed at the Excalibur many, many times. And never been to.
You've never been?
Never
I've
done
never
the.
been either.
What the hell is happening? You guys
even
never.
heard of it.
Yeah, the Excalibur was like our go-to place we would stay.
I went to medieval times when they still had the sword shop open. You could go watch them fight, watch the show, and then you go buy a sword and walk around the casino with it. You can't do that anymore. But medieval times is basically you walk in, you sit in different sections, and each knight comes out and they're different colors. And so you can sit in like the red knight section and you cheer for your knight, and then they battle in front of you while you eat.
Really?
And then there's no silverware. There's
it's just like
you eat your food like a Viking.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Like
bring
turkey
out
legs,
big turkey leg, and then the knight comes over. He's like, you raise your beer glass, and you just act like you're in medieval times.
Or pewter mugs of beer, and
and then there's always some drunk guy yelling at the waitress, calling her a wench for some reason. I'm like, man, let's not go there.
Well, it might be appropriate then.
Maybe they. I don't know.
They probably encourage it. There's a place in San Antonio on the Riverwalk that I went that they encourage like bad talking to your waitress.
Oh,
and
Dick's Last Resort.
Yes,
There's one. They actually have one at the Excalibur.
Oh, really?
And then you go in there. I mean, the servers are rude to you, and
that's like the point.
But it's fun.
It
but
is
I mean,
funny.
But it's all part of the gimmick. I mean, they're rude, but they're not.
And they encourage you to be rude back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video where some person became a regular there, and one day they paid their entire bill in pennies just to be a dick back, and they were all laughing about it.
Yeah, we were there once, and the guy was our server. Somebody ordered something like, "No, you can't have that. You're not any fun."
Hell yeah, Curt, throw that up on the TV. You gotta experience this.
What?
Medieval times. Dude.
Oh. Drew said they went to Meow Wolf.
Oh, that's cool.
I've never been there either.
I haven't either. Come on, man.
I don't think they fist bumped in the medieval times.
I mean, they got to bring it a little up to date. But
Is this the restaurant?
This is the restaurant. Yeah.
So this is the show that goes on while you're eating.
Yeah. You sit there like you're in a coliseum, and you get served beer and turkey legs while knights joust each other.
Do they only have turkey legs?
I think there's a few things.
Okay.
Yeah. But the turkey leg is just awesome because it's gigantic.
Yeah, see if they got a menu for that.
I can't see that first. Give me a second here. Oops.
And that's at the Excalibur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised that it's still around because I remember going there as a kid. It was fun. I still think it'd be fun to go to.
Yeah, I think might be fun. I mean, I haven't been to Vegas in years and really have no desire to go to Vegas, but I'd go.
I think there is a purpose to Vegas, but I would never live there.
Well, that's the thing. If you
live there, you probably wouldn't do any of that
between,
stuff.
I think there's a huge difference between Las Vegas and Vegas.
That's fair. I agree with that. Like, there's the Strip. I don't ever go to the Strip anymore.
Yeah, I will never.
They don't have turkey legs.
Okay. They did when I went.
Cornish game hen, roasted chicken, chicken tenders, a variety of vegetables, desserts, and pastas.
Oh yeah, because you see all the pictures of the guys holding up their big.
I ate a turkey leg there for sure. But that was years ago.
Yeah.
You know, who knows how it's changed now? I'm sure that there's probably somebody like, I'm a medieval vegan.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any tofu turkey legs?
Yeah. What is tofu?
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things that it's totally Vegas, right? You go there for the experience. The food's mediocre, but it's cool because you're watching people just perform, you know? There needs to be more of that.
And it says, vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut allergy options available upon request.
Yeah, I mean, you're in medieval times. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those options are available. You just have to go somewhere else. We ask that you not come.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't go to Evil Pie. But that's okay.
Some say the food at the Tournament of Kings is not very good.
It's average, honestly.
What is this, Evil Pie?
Yeah, on Fremont Street?
Yeah, we didn't go to Fremont.
Have you heard of this?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, it's
very good.
Let me look it up really quick. It's a pizza place. It's on Fremont Street, but outside of the main area.
Yeah,
it's
not
like
all the way at the end.
Yeah, all the way at the end. It's is it Evil Knievel? Yeah, like an Evil Knievel theme kind of pizza joint. But they do like by the slice, and it's just everything there is awesome. And I went there last year. It was really, really good. And I'm like, we got to go again, but it just didn't work out this year. Let me see what they have on their menu. Make everybody else hungry.
Oh, I remember I had this meatball. I was looking at their menu.
Yep. That's We'll just do it. Let's just not call this the weekly InSalt anymore. Let's order food with Wade, Lara, Ches, and Curt.
Yeah.
There is. Let's see. Yeah, they've got a bunch of different kinds. Goblin sausage pizza, which is a bunch of sausage, different kinds of sausages. Extreme pepperoni. Oh, the Maui Wowie, the controversial pineapple pizza. But yeah, now I'm starving. Thanks for that.
They don't have the turkey legs.
Yeah, they don't have them anymore. That's what Laura was saying. Looks like.
Okay.
Ches, you had some food-related things you wanted to talk about.
I did. Let me pull it back up here.
Oh, this is the one I had, balls to the wall. Mozzarella, homemade meatballs,
Okay,
ricotta, and caramelized onions.
Do you know where the term balls to the walls comes from?
No.
You're full of random facts today, dude. I like this.
Yeah, where'd you get that?
I believe it was from the the P-51 Mustang, the fighter planes, and that was your. When you go full forward, you put the balls on the little
throttle,
the little throttle balls all the way to the front wall.
Oh, interesting.
That was where the term "balls to the walls" comes from.
Originates from the aviation world, specifically referring to the ball-shaped knobs on the aircraft engine controls, like the throttle were, pushing these balls all the way forward towards the cockpit. Yeah,
Larry, you just said a lot of
words,
very to be interpreted
balls,
words.
Cockpit.
You're getting more and more filthy every episode.
Okay, so in New York, in Brooklyn, or a McDonald's in Brooklyn, New York, has banned anybody under the age of 20 from entering without a valid ID and their parents because of the crime rate.
Like, what's happened at this McDonald's?
So when you're 21, you no longer can commit crime? Like, I don't know what the age has to do with it.
So,
maybe there's just a bunch of hooligans in there.
Exactly. They had a bunch of young hooligans going in and causing problems.
Just taking up all the...
So they figure if you're with your parents and if you're under 20 and you're with your parents, you're less likely to cause problems. If you're over 20, you're less likely to cause problems.
Kind of a weird thing because I've never heard of any restaurant ever doing that, you know?
But yeah, so they've got like security out there like checking IDs like you're going into a bar. And then
I just want my Happy Meal.
Yeah. And then so they were saying that I guess they'd average over 100 calls per year over the last 3 years.
Oh, really? Just for...
And it's like this article came out about a week ago, and they'd already had over 30 police calls for this McDonald's.
I don't know why people choose this as their fight location, but it's unfair, another customer said. I thought it was very crazy in this McDonald's. They do too much. They jump people, jump delivery workers, jump the security, and they terrorize people that are in there. Train your kids. They're sneaky. They snatch your stuff. They're cussing like a sailor. You can turn around and say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when to shut your mouth. Dorothy, she's had enough.
Exactly. They were saying like a manager assaulted some lady over a dispute over the food. And
according to the NYPD, police have been called to the location 29 times so far just this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
And they've done like about 100 the last 3 years, per year. So,
wow, this is the most PC statement I think I've ever read in a news story. As a Brooklyn-born military veteran and local business owner for over 30 years, I have deep respect for this community. This measure to ID customers is another way we prioritize the safety and security of our people within our lobby. Tell me that didn't run through McDonald's corporate.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. They don't think this had go. When I was saying this hadn't been approved by corporate yet. It was just the local one saying, no,
this article is gold, dude.
Yeah.
The security guard, high school students walked right in. Oh, it's not entirely clear how the age restriction is enforced. High school students walked right in. The security guard even held the door for them. And then the high schooler says, I mean, we do look like we're probably going to get food. It's kind of odd that you got to be 20, and then I walked right in.
Were they overweight?
They had it as 18 at first. Now they put 20, which is not a significant age. Not any significant age. Another student said it's a few people who are choosing to fight there. So it sounds like they just meet me at the flagpole. This is just McDonald's.
Yeah. Meet me in the bike racks. No, meet me in the McDonald's in Brooklyn.
In Flatbush.
Yeah.
Flatbush is where it's at.
Yeah. Meet me, but yeah. Well, and now we got that going on today in this world.
Come on, teens in Brooklyn, be better.
Yeah.
My mama's from there. Don't disrespect the Brooklyn.
There's not much good going on in the world at the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly. Curt, do you have Kurt's Corner?
I mean,
Kurt's Corner?
sure, but it's not food related.
That's okay.
Kurt's Corner.
We've got like 2 minutes, so.
Well, this comes out of China. I mean, there's not a lot of dull stuff that comes out of China. But this has a lot to do with summertime hiking.
Okay. Yeah.
We found it definitely would help me. It would help Laura. But
thanks. What are you saying, Curt?
I'm saying that we're old. So there's any tourists that go to China and they're looking to climb China's sacred Mount Tai in the Shandong province can now do so with the help of a AI-powered exoskeleton.
Oh, nice.
What now?
I kind of want to get one of those.
Can you imagine these people? There's a bunch of people that are dressed up in like mech warrior suits.
Yeah, just casually having tourism moments.
A what? Echo what now?
Exoskeleton.
It's an exoskeleton. Basically, it's a thing that you strap to your legs, and it will help you lift your legs.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There is one
lots of weight
came out that I saw a YouTube video about. This guy was like, I don't know if he bought it or they sponsored his video or whatever, but he's like, I'm gonna walk with this for 30 days, and there's like different levels of assist it will give you, so you can put on the legs or whatever, and you can just leave it on, but it doesn't assist at all, so you're walking like normal, or you can go all the way up to like 100% assisted, where he basically describes it like feeling like you don't even have to try, like you could walk for days and not get tired. And he tried it for 30 days, and when he got done using it, he had trouble walking normal.
I bet. I bet.
He's like, my legs feel like they're like 100 pounds. Like he's like, they just feel so heavy, which is an interesting thing to think about. Are we gonna have a day that in our lifetime?
Terminator-ish.
A little bit. There are certain uses for it. Like I know that there's certain warehouses that people have to live. Yeah. or people have to live. People have to work lifting heavy things all day, and you can get one of these exoskeletons, and you can lift it like without using much of your own muscle.
Yeah.
These are the forklift machines out of Aliens.
Yeah, basically.
The movie The Aliens. Or no. It's those huge robots from Pacific Rim.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
Stupid.
We tried watching a little bit of that in
awful.
Vegas, and
Yeah.
I was like,
No.
let's turn on Pacific Rim while we fall asleep. It pissed me off so bad I couldn't fall asleep. I had to turn it off.
It was an awful show.
Like, fuck this. I'm going to sit up and watch it.
This is so bad. I'm going to watch this whole thing.
I said that after the first time I watched Thor: Love and Thunder.
That movie was, I don't know, I'm biased because I like Natalie
You thought
Portman.
Pacific Rim was bad, but you watch the Pacific Rim that's on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, that's going to be incredible, man.
That was a good show.
Well, if it's Mystery Science Theater, who cares what the movie is? It's not why you're watching Mystery Science Theater.
True.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Oh, God, it's funny.
Oh, my.
Is it a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what the premise is, they find cheeseball,
the worst movies you can think of.
And this guy who's like trapped in space, and he's got these 3 robot friends, and they make him watch these movies, and they just sit there and talk shit on the movie the entire time. Like,
the way that it's
Interesting
shot.
concept.
Yeah, the way it's shot is they show you the movie on your screen, and then on the bottom of the screen there's the silhouette of the 3 robots, like you're sitting in a movie theater
and
watching it
the
with
guy,
them.
yeah.
And then when they talk, they like move around so you can see which characters talk. It's pretty.
All right,
I thought it was a good
I'll
show.
check it out.
You might need to pull up a clip so we can show Laura once we get done recording here.
All right.
Yeah.
Do that.
I do think there is a use for those exoskeleton things, though. I just wonder if there's going to be a time where we just see those somebody walking down the road with it. Like, I could imagine if you're
Paraplegic?
Yeah, or, well, I don't know. How would you control it?
They can tap into your mind, yeah. Well,
now if we're living in that world, like, who needs legs? We'll just hover everywhere. But there's applications for that, and I know the military is looking into things like that too. Like, if you can have your soldiers basically have an exoskeleton, then
I mean, that's one of the things they're talking about for like loading aircraft. Like the munitions on aircraft, everything.
Yeah. Super heavy things. Imagine you can just pick it up by yourself. You don't need like another piece of equipment to help you do
or
it.
Another couple of guys, or
you just carry things around like a superhuman. I think it'd be cool. Now, if only they could make an exoskeleton that helps get food to my mouth quicker.
See, my problem is usually the chewing.
A jaw exoskeleton.
There are things called feeding tubes, but I'm not sure that's what you had in mind.
I want to taste it, though.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody have a good week this week. Don't watch the news too much.
Never.
And we'll catch you next week. This has been the Weekly InSalt.
Never seen Mystery Science.
I just looked at it on the.
It's kind of old.
On the Google.
Oh yeah, it's old.
I looked at it on the Google. It was inspired by Elton John's artwork, by the way. I didn't know.
Oh, that's cool.